Hey, and we are back. It is Wake Up Woodward, and we appreciate you guys kicking off the day with the Woo Crew. On this victory show, the Detroit Pistons are taking center stage, not just within this platform, but really everywhere. The NBA.com, they listed the Detroit Pistons as their Week 19 team to watch. And they gave them some shade, too, though. It's interesting. They have them listed 15th in their player rankings, even though in their power rankings, even though few of those teams ahead of them have worse records, but it's okay. And then in that team to watch, they said, well, sure, they're on this winning streak and they're doing this, that, and the other, but that's against no winning teams. Against winning teams, they're 8-16, blah, 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 blah. Why you got to put the shade out there like that for a team that's exceeding everybody's expectations, exceeding even NBA.com's player ranking expectations from the preseason? And now you get the Pistons at a chance, though, to change all of those narratives. And we know what Cade Cunningham has done. We talked aptly about what Ausar Thompson has done. I know you got a few more players that you want to be able to highlight from a statistical standpoint as well.
Oh, yeah, we talked about Cade. We talked extensively about Cade, as we always should. We talked a lot about Ausar Thompson, others as well. But there were a bunch of guys who stepped up last night, and it was, to me, a microcosm of a lot of what these respective players have done all season. You saw Jalen Duren with 19 rebounds last night. Absolutely love it. His second highest rebound total in a game on the season. You saw Tobias with a highly efficient 20 points. And when I was looking at some numbers this morning, the numbers that some of these guys have been putting up in the month of February have just been astounding. JB, hit it.
Oh, wait. Did you send something?
Oh, yeah. I got my Pistons numbers graphic.
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't know.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
I saw that hit the line earlier, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be he's cooking.
Oh, yeah,
he's cooking.
It's got Tobias Harris on it, so JB is
protesting
and refusing to look over it.
I get what's going on now.
I just looked over it because Tobias Harris was on it.
I feel like I need to clockwork orange you and just hold the eyes up. Look at him.
Right.
Look at him.
Look at this.
That's creepy.
Look at this.
Right. That did look creepy. So don't do that again.
But if you guys have seen Clockwork Orange, classic movie, you will understand what I'm talking about. Look at these numbers, and these are the numbers that these players are putting up in the month of February. Tobias Harris, 18 points per game, 5 rebounds per game on 58% shooting. Jalen Duren, these are points, rebounds, assists, 14, 12, and 4 on 69% shooting. Ausar Thompson, 13, 6, and 4, 2.3 steals per game on 66% shooting. And Malik Beasley, being even more hot than he was at the beginning of the year, 18 points per game on 49% from 3. And that doesn't even quantify that during this stretch and during this whole season, quite frankly, Isaiah Stewart has probably been the best pound-for-pound, minute-for-minute rim protector in the NBA. So Cade Cunningham has been otherworldly. He is an MVP candidate. I still have him third on my list. But as we've talked about before, as I said yesterday, Cade with proper help, with this being more than proper help, it's over. It's a wrap. If other players keep stepping up like this is a 4-seed team. It just is. I don't know if everybody will be able to continue this pace, but if this continues to happen, or even a slightly lesser version of which, this is a team that will get a home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs.
You know why I do believe they can continue this pace? Because look how many names you already have up there. It's not just on one player or two players to carry everything. And we don't even have the names up there like a Dennis Schroeder, who was shown to be very well the facilitator that we need. Yeah. We don't even have Isaiah Stewart's name on there. You know, and that's what I mean. Like, when you look at what type of contributions we're getting from top to bottom, including whether some of these guys are shooting well or having big nights or not, we're still seeing these guys go out there and be effective. I know that I can count on Tim Hardaway to at least go out there and draw a couple charges. I know I can go out there and count on Tim Hardaway to go out there and set some solid screens, whether the shot is falling or not. I also know that there's going to be some games when he's going out there and to start the game, there's been some first quarters where Tim Hardaway has been the reason why the Pistons didn't get blown out. Early in the season, yeah. Tim Hardaway's offense, he started off the season hot, and that's what this is. It's not on just one person. It's not just on Cade. As good as he is, he does help make his teammates better, but his teammates have put in that work as well, and they've also put in the work to try and become better. And so you're seeing this synergy between this team where the usage doesn't have to be across the board what it would be for some of these other teams. When I do look at Orlando, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Franz and Paolo to get it right. And when they don't, you see them struggle, period. But we've seen this Detroit Pistons team, even without Cade Cunningham, this season, play some effective ball games and have opportunities, and they have won. And that's what, when you highlight this, that's the biggest takeaway. When you say, you know what, we hope, because obviously we don't know. There's nothing short of perfection. It's only going to be just short of perfection at best. But when you see how many players that they have that are contributing at this consistent level, that's what makes me encouraged about what the Pistons can do as you go into playoff hunting season. One game out of the 4 seed. You guys remember when they were sitting kind of like in that 9 seed, and I was talking crazy like, you know what? We at that 20-game mark. They're going to pass these teams. Yeah. They're going to catch these teams. They're going to get the 5th. They're going to have a chance to get the 4th. To see it happening is crazy because sometimes I feel like UKG, man, let me try and temper this a little bit. Do I need to say, like, there is a small inner part of me that's like, man, bro, just say 42. It'd be easier. But what I'm seeing right now, I get it. The conversations are uncomfortable. Cade is doing silly things. Asar is a very silly freaking player. I don't understand it. Jalen Duren is taking the leap. He's made the leap. It's just like, what do you want? Even Tobias Harris. Like, it's just like, you know what? This team has the opportunity. They've caught that rhythm. I think that they're gonna make a great stride towards that 4th seed, man.
Hey, they very well could, and that will piggyback into this super chat. Thank you. This is from Mr. My City. First Pistons trio to hit 6+ threes in a game. Tim, Malik, Cade, the new Run TMC. I like that reference to those old Warriors teams back in the 90s. Cade, might be JB. Cade, most improved player. JB, coach of the year. Threesley, sixth man of the year. Pistons with the first round upset. # manifest. I'll tell you what.
Manifest it.
If they get that 4 seed, not an upset. Imagine if the Pistons are favored to win a playoff series.
But I'm starting to see that type of rhetoric being talked about amongst some of the writers and such out there. There are some headlines that are pondering, can the Pistons win a playoff series? What you're starting to see people say now is, especially because the NBA shares some of the Cade stuff, they say, bro, who wants to catch the Pistons in the first round? Nobody. That's starting to become the sentiment about the Detroit Pistons, and it's because of what they're doing. They're hustling. They're defending. They'll fight you. Like, I got a clip of JB Bickerstaff. I might have to clip this up because last night the Clippers were doing, man, I was about to say a statement that would have been crazy to y'all. They were doing some stuff, and you could tell, like, bro, if this was like a Chappelle skit, like he just wanted to go up to him and just, I'm Rick James.
You're right.
To Ty Lue. And it was when they got a delay of game. And the whole arena started to get loud. Like, bro, delay of game. Like, yo, how are they able to do this? And someone was holding the ball on the bench while they were able to get some type of substitution in and delay what the Pistons were trying to do. And JB Bickerstaff, like, he was first yelling at the ref. Then he starts looking at Ty Lue and just goes in like, bro. Like, when the black people get to clapping their hands, you know it's on business. Yeah. And he's looking like, what? And then Ty Lue looks at him and says something, and he's like, I put on my camera like, oh,
right, it's going down.
Energy on the sideline.
JB finna get ejected.
It's crazy, dog. Like, they're playing no games right now. And that's the same energy he takes to this team. They won a game, and he said, what is this? I don't care about this. They didn't play to the standard. And it's just like, okay, watch out rest of the league, man. I love it.
Watch out rest of the league, man. I love that we can get so much run out of Pistons.
I'm pumped up right now. I'm fine.
Yes. And everybody is engaged. And we actually just got another super chat from Robert Sloppy Toppenheimer. Still don't like your name, but I like what you do in this chat. We will beat the Knicks if we play them. Mark it. Hey, I would love to see it. Although I think that the Pistons might play themselves out of playing the Knicks in the first round, because I think in order to get the Knicks, they'll have to get the 6th seed, because I think the Knicks, it's pretty safe to say they'll hold on to at least a top 3.
Yeah. I believe that too, man. What up, though, KG?
No, y'all hitting on everything. The only thing I think you can maybe say against the Pistons at this point is that they haven't played a lot of teams at full strength. A lot of teams have sat some of their starters, and we've played a lot of teams that have dealt with injuries. So you wonder, what they will look like in a 7-game series when they're playing all star power. But I think this Pistons team is a problem. I think nobody really wants to see them in the playoffs because they're going to give you hell. And I think they can take anybody to 7 easy. So, and y'all already know I predicted a 7-game series win for the Pistons in the playoffs. So,
and man, that's what's so huge about this Schroeder pickup, man. Like Cade being able to get successful rests and the facilitation doesn't fall off a cliff has been an awesome thing to see. And it's not just what Schroeder's doing, but some of these other people. And the playoffs, man, it's going to be an epic time. I'm going to just keep talking about it like they're talking about it. Duren has talked about it. Cade's talking about it. All of them are talking about it. Like, this is what we are. And I'm glad that they're not waiting. Like, J.B. Bickerstaff and these vets, from what I gather, they are trying to instill what it means to be a playoff-minded team, even though these young players have never been in this situation before.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But you see them being able to adapt.
That's what's going to make them dangerous in the long run. Because they don't not what they do at this point. Hey, the Pistons going out there, they playing free. They not tight about anything. They're just going out there playing their best basketball, and that's going to benefit them in the playoffs.
Yeah, and you did mention something about some depleted teams, and I understand that. You had the Clippers last night with no Norman Powell, no Kawhi Leonard, although no Kawhi Leonard at this stage isn't the no Kawhi Leonard what it used to be. You had the Spurs with no Wemby, but that's just such as life in the NBA. Sometimes you got to win the battle of attrition. In the modern days, players don't usually play 82 games. And in the case of a guy like Victor Wembanyama, he happened to suffer something that was unforeseen and not catastrophic, but it's going to cost him the rest of the season. Winning those games and continuing to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, take advantage of the fact that they're missing some guys. It's what's going to put you as the Pistons, I'm talking you as the Pistons, in the dance, in good positioning to where they get certain advantages like home court. And as they continue to gain these wins and gain confidence when they do face a team that has all their players, like maybe the Celtics on Wednesday, we'll see what happens. And by the way, even though we forget about him, Jaden Ivey's their second leading scorer.
Still.
So it's not like the Pistons don't have all of their horses either.
Yeah, and you know what? I got to say something about this. Weezy D through and through. We have played a lot of depleted bums. And I'm seeing, and Jesse Adams, they have played some bad teams over this stretch, but who cares? You got to beat up those bad teams. They need to win before they need these wins before the next stretch of games versus the good teams. Kool-Aid and
and let me clarify. I'm not saying that's the only reason the Pistons are having success. It's just something I'm bringing up. That's all.
Let me bring something up too. What's the Pistons record right now?
31 and 26.
30. Is it 31 or 32?
Oh, is it 32?
32.
Oh, yeah, it's 32.
32 and what? 26?
Yeah,
26.
They started the season what?
0-4.
Yeah.
So this team is 32 and 22 since then. This is not about a stretch anymore.
Yeah.
This is who they are. They're one of the best teams in the NBA. Period. That's what they're proving. And that first 0-4, they had chances to win all of those. They gave games away in that first 0-4 stretch. That's the biggest takeaway here. Think about if you're sitting here right now talking about a team that got 34 wins. If they just split that open.
Yeah. I'm still not over Ron Holland missing those 2 free throws against Milwaukee.
That's what I'm talking about. They've blown.
Tobias blew a game too like that.
After the 0-4 stretch, they blew several games like that. Mm-hmm. And so it's like depleted bums and this and the other. What do you think the Pistons are?
Right.
Are they the world beaters with multiple All-Stars?
No.
Are they the team that has multiple MVP candidates on it?
No.
Multiple All-NBA candidates on it? No, they're the team that has Cade Cunningham, a bunch of people who nobody wanted in the offseason. The Bucks let Beasley walk. What the heck?
Oh, shit.
Kool-Aid
almost
Plus 2.
Y'all almost got Kool-Aid out of character.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. It's like for Pistons fans, we ain't playing nobody. What do you think the Pistons are then? That's what I'm trying to
I wouldn't say they haven't played anybody. All I'm saying is that they have played some depleted.
I'm saying the people who believe that they're playing depleted bumps. You do want to see them in these narrative games against teams like the Boston Celtics and the Denver Nuggets. Mm-hmm. Go out there and acquit yourself well. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
And we've seen examples. Look how they played the Knicks. They played the Knicks at practically full strength, and you saw what happened. So
they beat them twice.
Yeah, exactly. In the Garden. So, you are encouraged by some of the things you are seeing, and I think they'll be good come playoff time. But you just wonder. That's all.
And what you said was reasonable, how people took it in the chat. Maybe took it a little bit too far. And I think, Kool-Aid, that's what you're referring to. And we actually Guys, you guys have been
some more super
absolute
chats.
rock
Yeah,
stars
shout
in,
out to y'all,
super
man.
in the
chats.
chat. by the way.
Two giveaways.
We can do 2 if you want to.
Is that the amount we're at right now?
We're over the amount
probably
that we
like
were
the 70s, I
looking
think.
for, but
Yeah.
So we got at least
now
Oh, got
we're way-
another 20
we're
in
way
there.
over them.
Oh, we do. All right,
Yeah.
so
read
yeah,
these super chats off, JB.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'll
And during the
definitely read
break,
these
we'll
off.
tally it and we'll see what giveaways we're doing on the other side of the break.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me read these off for you guys. Shout out to you guys. Thank you once again for sending in all these super chats. $10 from Burn. The going to work Pistons crowd is buying in. I keep meeting people at the games who say they left at the end of going to work and have been hearing the rumors the Pistons are back.
Damn
we
right.
need to come up with a new name for this era of Pistons as well too.
That's they do
we
deserve a
agree.
nickname at this point.
They really
Yeah.
do. Shout out to Mr. My City sending in $5 as well. The fans showed up last night. Really nice crowd at LCA for the Clippers game. It's nice to see the city starting to get behind these guys. Hashtag sell out LCA.
Damn right.
Man, it was a good environment last
And
night.
It was
the
rocking.
big one, $20 from IT Hips. He says JB Bickerstaff is the best coach since Larry Brown. Also, when in Vegas, make sure to avoid the slot machines on the strip unless you want to throw away your money.
That's only
Which-
Flannel.
Look,
We
we
gotta
got
tell
that
Flannel.
business.
Just
this.
be Flannel.
Flannel ain't never been, so
We're going there for business, man.
I was
We're
wondering why you singled me out. I'm good with my money. I'm cheapest. I don't even like buying a lunch at Speedway. That's why I get the dollar cookies. I don't spend money.
I've walked past that media cafe for a couple years now, just like, we're going to have a show there. And now we got our best chance to be able to do that this year.
Yes,
and
sir.
to be able to have some fun. And that's where I'm just like, let's rock. Because this year is going to be players like Ron Holland and Bobby Clinton that are featured on that Summer League team. That's going to be a fun one to cover.
And let's be honest, I'll probably be the one out there at like 4 or 5 a.m. just as the slot machines just keep going.
Hey, me and you, JB, I'm gonna be at the sports book.
Bro,
What up
see,
with it?
They got it right off the plane.
see?
Oh, I get active in Vegas at night. I
As soon
get
as you
active.
get off the
See?
plane, bro, you're just sitting there. All the machines are staring at you like,
Yeah.
goodness gracious. I guess I'll sit over there, huh?
Nah, it's a good time, man. I'm gonna be doing some walking around with a certain, paraphernalia. If you catch my drift.
$24.99 over there. Just you got that wry smile on your face.
Oh
man.
man, no, it's not $24.99 though. You know,
Get us
Hey.
to Vegas.
KG
it's
just
about
don't spend,
54 for an eighth. You know, that's the type of time I'm on. But
KG just don't spend $200 on a photo like one of our friends did.
never that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta call.
Oh.
I walk right off on them people. I just
Come on, see what up, man. Your
Ah.
faces look so enlightened.
I'm not incriminating myself. I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
4, 5, 5.
Can you say fifth?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. I don't care what you say, 5.
Go this skit.
Dog, I love the Woo Crew, man. I love you too, chat family. As always, you guys are the most important part of this thing. What do we talk about next, man? Pistons have just taken over the
Dominated.
entire show.
the-
7-game winning streak will do that, huh?
absolutely, and I love it. The Red Wings made a trade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Red Wings made a
Yeah.
trade.
Yes.
A trade that I think will please a lot of people
Yeah.
in the city.
We are going to talk about it.
I'm ready to hear you guys cook, man. I am. Let's rock. Let's get into that next segment.
Tell us about jars.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Jar. Shout out.